speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me do what set me if it go flee. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out of sight. Me I fi take away myself. I fi take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Surely I clean your ears. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. With this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Show the eye a clean pair of heels. I say, yeah. Been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not the master, guess who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me, wait to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. You say no good body, girl, let me take me ourselves. Take me ourselves. No good body, girl, let me take me
I wish that you were the man in my life. I would like to take you to my home to be with me forever. I really love you, baby. Really love you, baby. Want you forever. Really love you, baby. Really want you, baby. I wish that you were the man in my life. I would like to take you to my home to be with me forever. I really love you, baby. Really love you, baby. Want you forever. Really love you, baby. Really want you, baby. Love I will give you is so powerful, so special. Under your skin it will flow through your vein. My love's insane. This love I give, I just can't stop. I just can't stop. It's in your face, even when you turn your back. And just like a magnifying glass, want you, baby. Whoa, whoa. Ooh, forever and ever, yeah, yeah. I know you're wondering why my love is so strong. It's 'cause I see something in you pushing me on. The day you try to chase my love away is when you know my love was meant to stay. Cause this love I give, I just can't stop. It's in your face, oh yeah. When you turn your back, I wish that you were the man in my life. I would like to take you home with me forever. Oh, really want you, baby. Really love you, baby. Want you forever. Really want you, baby. Really want you, baby. Love I will give you is so powerful, special. Under your skin it will flow through your vein. My love's insane. This love I give, I just can't stop. I just can't stop. It's in your face, even when you turn your back. Hey, and just like a magnifying glass, hey, the heat that I transmit will melt your heart. Hey, I wish that you were the man in my life. I would like to take you home to be with me forever, yeah.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama, keep on loving me so well. I met a boy the other day, got the sweetest loving ever come my way. Do anything, anything I say, when he loves me this way. The only thing I say is, oh mama, keep on loving me so well. Oh mama, keep on loving me so well. You got bag wire in it, so wonderful. You got bag wire in it, so wonderful. Bag wire, so wonderful. All I can say is, oh mama, keep on loving me so well. Oh mama, keep on loving me so well. You hit me with it, ton, dee ton of breeze. Man, you better run, come, 'cause I need a fix. Man, you better run, come, 'cause I need a fix. I feel it, ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ooh, Miss Abagwaya. Oh mama, ooh, Miss Abagwaya. Oh mama, ooh, Miss Abagwaya. Oh mama, ooh, Miss Abagwaya. He got Bagwaya in it, so wonderful. Mr. Bagwaya in it, so wonderful. He got Bagwaya, so wonderful. I met a boy the other day, got the sweetest loving ever come my way. Do anything, anything I say, but when he loves me this way, the only thing I say is, oh mama, oh mama, oh mama, keep on loving me so bad. And you hit me with it, ton, dee on a breeze. Man, you better run, come, 'cause I need a fix. Man, you better run, come, 'cause I need a fix. I sing it, ay, 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 ay,
walking on sand and holding your hand. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland, in my own homeland. Enjoying the bright, the warm sunlight. Oh my God, what a beautiful sight in my own homeland. This place is so nice, wanna do everything twice. Yes, I feel as if I'm in a paradise. No matter the season, you've got every reason. This place is another little heaven. East or west, I couldn't care less. Ooh, this place, it is definitely best. My own homeland. North or south, feel free to wander about. You can jump, dance or sing and shout in my own homeland. Give yourself a treat, a few days or a week, and you will see just what I mean. Just take my advice, everyone is nice. You feel like royalty, my friend. Pulsating, vibrating, reggae, reggae, reggae. Very sky, rock, steady, mental, a quadrillion, a kumina, kumina, kumina. You can fill your belly with a coconut jelly, mango, papa, cane and guinea. There's a key and a saltfish and a roast yam and banana. Curried goat and a managed water. The Sunday special if you like a revival. Catholic, Baptist or Pentecostal. The house of Jah is there, have no fear. Walk right in and get your share. I'm walking on sand, I'm holding your hand. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland, in my own homeland. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland, a homeland, my own homeland. Feel like a tourist in my own homeland, my own homeland.
uses tourism as like they normally say that tourism is the lifeblood of the Caribbean. That's what they do. That's what we do. That's who we are. Believe it or not. You see, we are. I would say, based on our location, based on our climate, we are right and ripe for the tourism products. We have sand, sea, and sun, but the Caribbean is much more than that. What else do we have? We have a rich, very rich history that people always want to come and explore and experience. Our rich history of the past, how we have developed, put along with our nice beaches, and then we have created some fantastic hotels in all the islands of the Caribbean. And then but we have a lot more, and a lot more can be done. We have sports tourism that some people are taking advantage of. We have wellness tourism, and of course, we have food tourism. These are just some of the ones that we have been using to bring visitors to our shores on a very, very regular basis. Very, very, very important that we understand all of this. Okay, this morning, for did you know, we'll look at the economic development of the British Caribbean, the tourism industry. The Caribbean is recognized as one of the most tourist-dependent regions in the world. With the exception of Puerto Rico, Trinidad and Tobago, and Haiti, the Caribbean islands are highly dependent on tourism as a source of foreign exchange. In 16 out of the 28 countries of the Caribbean, tourism is regarded as one of the most efficient, organized, and marketed commodity in the world, accounting for more than $655 billion of global income per year, billion jobs worldwide. The tourism industry has become the largest in the world, exceeding the oil and car industries. The World Trade Organization of Tourism defines tourism as activities that require travel from home and staying in place outside their usual environment for more than 24 hours and not exceeding a consecutive year for leisure, business, and other purposes. The Caribbean region attracts tourists seeking an exotic, romantic, or family getaway or a sunny break from the harsh, cold winters of their country. Offering year-round sunny, warm weather with cool breeze, tropical beaches, cultural carnivals, peace and tranquility, and exotic foods. It is the perfect vacation location, especially for Europeans, Canadians, and Americans. Caribbean states have long been characterized as open, dependent economies with their export focus limited to few primary products in ideas of agriculture and mining. These industries, which were the mainstay of the region economies for many decades, have failed to provide the economic stimuli needed to engender growth and development at this time. For some time, about 60 years, tourism has replaced these stagnating industries as the engine of growth and has become one of the fastest growing sectors in many of the island states' economies. The industry key indicators have outperformed on a worldwide comparison to other countries in the world. The tourism industry's role in the Caribbean economy reflects on the number of people employed and the income generated from it. Estimates show that the tourism industry directly and indirectly employs one in four people in the Caribbean and generates about 2 billion a year in income for the region. And I said this in US dollars. In land-based tourism, the total number of hotel rooms leaving on average 1 to 3 employees room ratio. In Jamaica, for example, the industry directly employs more than 30,000 people and generates 1.2 billion per year in income. Tourism has played a significant role in the Caribbean upbringing. For instance, Jamaica, Bahamas, and Trinidad, tourism in Trinidad accounts for 10.6% of the country's gross domestic product. That is 14,116 Trinidadian dollars and 14.7% of total employment, that is 88,000 jobs. These figures are expected to rise by now, according to the World Trade Tourism Council. The same applies to Jamaica, where tourism contributes 45% of Jamaica's foreign income and employs 500,000 Jamaicans directly and indirectly in 2008. As it relates to Bahamas, one of their biggest drivers is tourism. In Bahamas, tourism and other tourism-related sectors account for 60% of their GDP. Based on a 2009 records, employment based on this tourism industry employs 50% of their population. Overall, in 2008, tourism accounted for 14.4% of the Caribbean gross domestic product and 12.9% of employment. So we see why we are known as tourism-dependent countries, islands, states. The size and diversity of the industry contributes to regional economies, suggesting that the industry has now assumed greater importance and is regarded as the leading instrument in the development in the region. The industry has become quite popular as a major alternative economic diversification strategy for small countries of the Caribbean. So you see why tourism is so important to us and why we have to fight to keep it. I mean, COVID is giving it a big blow. But over time, we have gone through wars and wars in areas where we usually get tourists from, or other epidemic, all kind of things happen. But the tourism industry always bounces back. And I'm pretty sure that there will be life after COVID for Caribbean tourism. Franco, take it away.
Yes. Good old tourism.
Yes. Yeah, you see, we are made for it, you know. We have everything that is needed for tourism.
Mm-hmm.
So we can, although people talk about we need to diversify, I agree that also.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like some can throw away tourism. Tourism is who we are.
Yeah.
Uh, what we what we need now is to just improve our products and make them better,
Mm-hmm.
make them more accessible.
Mm-hmm.
And what we need to do, I think that COVID caught us with our pants down. Since tourism is so powerful, we should be earning much more,
Mm-hmm.
and we should have some organization that will put away some of this earning. That in times like COVID, the industry, not the government, the industries should be able to keep themselves afloat.
Mm-hmm.
If they had this special tourism fund, all the stimulus things should be coming from that fund.
Okay.
Tourism do make enough money and they can make a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't make the money, we need to put down someone say a war might happen, epidemic might come, something might happen, a
Mm-hmm.
national disaster, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a natural disaster or something. So we can keep our head up high and have food on the table and don't have to worry too much like it's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Countries are forced to open the borders because of lack of money. If we had planned better, and which we should do now, and have this money put away,
Mm-hmm.
then we could have kept our borders closed a little longer. You know?
True.
Yeah.
Well, history has proven, that throughout the years, Europe and North America, they love the Caribbean. I remember
Oh yeah.
somebody was telling me a story that the European women, they save up all of their money just to come to the Caribbean in spring and summer
Not
for
them
that
alone.
for that grand time that they want to
Yeah,
have.
there are people who work all their life and save the money just to have one trip in the Caribbean.
Hmm.
I know, I know that.
So,
But we need to be offering more, so we can get more people, so
hmm
we can get more money, so we can put away some.
hmm hmm
I think that's where it must be now. So we
hmm
have to iron out all the little things that we have and do things better.
hmm
Get our prices down a bit more so we can have more people.
Okay.
Because some people put it so high that they can only get a certain amount of people.
hmm
What we're looking at is volume. You have different areas of tourism, and we need to make all the areas work and get the people here. And we have got different areas of tourism. All right, look at it this way now. The Americans are basically sand and sea people.
hmm
The Europeans are basically hills and valleys, birds and all that. So if you have two sets of people coming for different reasons, you can understand how much more you're going to be getting.
hmm
And we need to put facilities together so we can build out sports tourism a lot more. Health tourism, health and wellness is huge. But we're not tapping into that market enough because we don't have all the facilities that is required.
hmm
Food, festivals and all that is also very huge. And we need to be taking better care of that. So we can bring things in. You have St. Lucia Jazz that bring other people. Now you have some fest. You used to have Barbados Jazz, and I don't know if they still have that. But they have Crop Over, which is a major festival in July, August in Barbados. All these events, Trinidad Carnival. You have a lot of major events that people religiously come for. Some people just can't miss those things.
True.
And of course, it's a major thing where we get a lot of tourism from cricket, especially when India toured the Caribbean. Oh boy. I went to Barbados one time and India was touring and I had to fight to get a hotel room because they just come down in droves. That's how they support their team. They come in, great numbers. The British and the Australians too, when they're playing with West Indies, they are here in numbers also.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of different type of tourism that we have tapped in. We just need to increase what is happening, We have Antigua have the sailing week, where a lot of people come down with a boat and it's a big sailing festival in Antigua, Barbuda. So we have a lot of things going for us. Lots of stuff. But there's no way we can say, boy, COVID show that tourism is too fickle. We have to live with what we have, and we have to prepare to move on from there. But we can talk some tourism today and other things.
No problem.
So we can get Courtney.
No ID I man need to show, cause I am a Jamaican. Oh, them people they laugh so much, got to be Jamaican. They have overcome struggles and been through so much, got to be Jamaican. You're not all, you're not tough, you got to be Jamaican. Resilient and brave, industrious, yes we are Jamaican. No matter anywhere in this world I go, I am a Jamaican. No ID I man have to show, I am a Jamaican. Them say Lord what a boy can run, must be a Jamaican. When they made the reggae music from Jam Gong, got to be Jamaican. Dressmaker, baker, tailor, shoemaker, market, woman in a donkey cart. Rivers and streams, fountains and mountains, Jamaica nice north.
Yes, indeed. Jamaica. We have this morning with us none other than Courtney Laidley. Morning, Courtney.
How are you doing?
Good. How is everything with you and the family?
Oh, everything is good so far. Trying to hide away from Miss Corona.
Everybody I run from that heart of the why.
Well, I don't know how dangerous she is, so.
No, if a man I run from her, all women I run from her as well. That's such a dangerous, man. She rough.
So like you don't like the female species anymore?
She don't like the what?
No, we don't like the female species anymore. We are running away.
Got to run it,
I was joking.
Cause she's dangerous. She's dangerous.
Very dangerous, Sometimes, as a people we underestimate it. But first, let me say good morning to all the listeners of the Real Stuff podcast. And it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you.
Again, because you've been here many times. so we could say again.
Again, yeah, well, you're right. And
again,
right, yeah.
You spend a Sunday with us doing the Mother's Day.
Mother's Day thing, yeah.
And from time to time, we call upon you, so. Yesterday, thank you for that reminder about the hotel, Forum Hotel. Because we were,
yes.
discussing about places in Portmore where could have turned into a hospital. Flavius had pointed that structure out, and I could never remember the name. So it was Forum Hotel. So all right, Flavius, take it away. Let me go get me tea a minute now, because nothing is in my cup. So I'm going to make you and Courtney go and chit chat. All right?
All right, let me just read that to you. Did I just something named during the conversation, the Caribbean travel? Just some little new things they have. The first part is JetBlue today announced several updates in safety from the ground-up program, a multi-layered commitment to the safety of its crew members and customers.
You sound like you're outside. You outside?
Me, no.
Sound like you're hiding at the bathroom, man. We can't hear you good.
Yeah, that sound kind of muffled.
Yeah, muffled.
Are you hearing me better now?
Much better.
Yeah, much better, yeah.
Okay. All right, so that was JetBlue. Next one is Pure Grenada. Pure Grenada launches new Just For You lifestyle campaign showcasing the three-island nation of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, varied bespoke offerings while observing safety, health, and well-being. Spice Island of the Caribbean. So that's Grenada Tourism Authority launching Just For You lifestyle campaign. And now this should be very great news for the Caribbean, especially the Eastern Caribbean, with the advent of Liliat being out of service currently. A new airline to that part of the Caribbean, Inter-Caribbean Airways, launched its service between Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean on August 4th, 2020. Regional tourism ministers and stakeholders welcomed the airline's expansion to these new markets, citing it as necessary for regional integration. So I'm going to try to see if we can speak to Inter-Caribbean Airlines at the earliest possible time. We need to hear what they are up to, what they are doing, and how things are going with them. So I will try to make that connection. Thanks to a work from Bermuda certificate program, Bermuda is providing professionals a destination where they can work remotely for an extended time as work from home arrangements are the new norm due to the ongoing pandemic. So these are all in the Caribbean tourism space. Nevis has begun conducting a series of COVID-19 safety protocol training sessions for all stakeholders on the island. Upon the successful campaign of the seminar, stakeholders will be awarded the St. Kitts and Nevis Travel Approved Seal, a validation that the establishment is safe to visit. That is very interesting. So COVID training in Nevis. Wonderful. Yeah, those are the news I'm seeing here now. Inter-Caribbean is very, very critical for movement.
One of the most important news that come out of the Caribbean, we don't hear much about it. The election in Trinidad.
The election is over yesterday and counted and all that. And it is said that Dr. Rowley has retained leadership of the country. Okay. 22 to 19. But I'm also hearing in the grapevine that the opposition has not conceded yet.
That's
I would
very
expect,
close, right? 22 to 19, because it's very close. Maybe that's why.
yeah, man. Yes, yes. I think it will take a couple of days or 2 days for them to do the recount
You heard,
and confirm that. Because you must remember that those were preliminary counts, that they did.
you heard about the one in
So
Belarus?
No.
The opposition, she ran out of town too, because she asking for a recount. But she don't want to stay there because she fear her life. So she run gone to Lithuania.
So how will she rule?
Well, I don't know. If she win the recount, she have to come back. She will come back, man.
Okay.
But for now, she says she
You
take safe.
can't run away from you. You have to have, what do you call it now? You have to have some form of, power.
The lady
So you don't have to run. Because when people see you run, they're going to get scared and say, this person can't help me.
Collective security for surety. That's what she deal with. She know why she run. Collective security for surety. You can't play brave. You can't play brave in them time sometime.
I agree. I agree. Completely.
Yeah, but maybe she's trying to pull a Papa Doc, because remember Papa Doc was like a president in exile, So maybe there's a possibility that she can do that,
Yeah,
for the time until she's being restored. Yeah.
Yeah, because she said for fear of her life, because the Belarus president now, apparently him figure say more or less the recount shouldn't take place because him think him won, with all deck on the table. And she said no. So she filed for a recount and went to Lithuania, for safe haven. I know wrong, because if you don't have manpower, might as well you go organize it and then come forward. Collective security for surety. Anyway,
so question though, the present leader, is he pro-Russian or something that she was so fearful or what?
I have no idea. I just the news, I saw it and it was on Google News as well. So I was just looking at it because I thought it was two gentlemen contesting the election. It was a female and a male, but she fear that he might send him Inchman from her far, so she just said no, let me come out of the country and deal with the contestant with the recount outside. Things like these happen.
It's best to be safe,
Yeah, things like these happen. Them some guys don't. Hey, right now as it is, a lot of guys who are in power, they don't want to come out. You understand me? They want to be leaders for life.
The gentleman from Ghana, he stayed in there for a few months. No matter how they tell him to leave, he stayed there for a long time. But I think he finally got it now.
Mm-hmm. So, all right.
I think finally get the message.
We're to talk about tourism in the Caribbean, right? Because that's what we're here for this morning, to talk about tourism. And you have traveled around the Caribbean more than I don't know about Courtney. So
no, I haven't traveled much in the Caribbean, so
you lead off, no Flavius, and we come in.
I invite you folks to change those statistics.
Mm-hmm.
Caribbean is a wonderful place. In fact, when I started going to the Caribbean, I didn't want to go anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It was so nice. When you land in Barbados or you land in Antigua or whatever, you just have a feeling of landing among your people.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very, very nice.
So what are some
what
are some of the things you see Barbados do for to generate what do you call it? Generate interest in people to come to their country that Jamaica you think is not doing enough of or can do more of?
Well, one thing I know, Barbados is way ahead of Jamaica and probably the rest of the Caribbean in sports tourism.
Mm-hmm.
They are leaders in sports tourism. They have been that for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially cricket and all that, because the English people love to go to Barbados.
Mm-hmm.
Something on their radar from them a little bit. Barbados is the place to go. And if they go in for cricket, it's even better.
Mm-hmm.
And they have done, I mean, Barbados don't have what the other Caribbean islands have, you know. They don't have, Barbados is a very small country and very flat. It don't have the hilly terrain to do the hikes and all that. It have lovely beaches,
Mm-hmm.
but it don't have a lot of stuff like waterfalls and those are these things that we treasure and we have as normal. They don't have. But I think they make it up with their organization, the people. In fact, when I went to Barbados for the first time, it struck me. I just got the feeling that everybody in Barbados know that they are into tourism.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not into tourism, or if they're not working in tourism directly, but everybody knows that they are part of the tourism industry.
Okay.
So they will treat the visitors well.
Mm-hmm.
The normal man on the street interaction with the visitors is very good. And I think that is a big plus.
And that's missing in Jamaica.
Because they don't see themselves of having much more ways in making money. I mean, they have more ways, you know, they're into probably services and banking and all that. But generally, what brings in the money day to day is tourism.
Okay. So
And
that
everybody is involved in some part of that.
is missing in Jamaica.
Yeah, well, in Jamaica, we seem to, people are into different things. Although tourism is by far the biggest thing, still, you have a lot of people in Jamaica don't know anything about tourism.
Mm-hmm.
Or don't see themselves as being part of the tourism product.
Mm-hmm.
A quick question. Sorry about that. Well, a quick question. So what you're saying that in Barbados, the government actually educate the people, or the people take it up on themselves to, you know, by their understanding that tourism is, you know, the great resource that they have to depend on.
Oh yes. I'm not Barbados alone. You know, you have a lot of the other countries like Grenada, Antigua. No, Grenada and Barbados. Last time I was in those islands and checked around because I was in tourism. I'm still in tourism, and I visited those places very often. St. Lucia, St. Vincent, less so than like Grenada, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Martin. 90% of the hotels in these islands are locally owned hotels.
Okay.
And I'm talking about nice hotels, you know, that are locally owned by local people. Unlike Jamaica now, where most of our hotels are bigger hotels are owned by foreign establishments. I mean, we have two major Jamaican-owned hotel chains.
Okay.
There are a lot of small hotels too. But the influx of what happened in Jamaica, I have not seen that in those islands. The local people own the hotels.
That's a big difference right there now. Because maybe that's what need to be done. You need more Jamaican owning stuff in Jamaica in terms of, making tourism revenue. Hotels, and places where that tourists can visit, Jamaican own it and not overseers, and too much in the hands of the government as well. So that's a plus right there. That's something where, can put forward, so that
honestly, I've seen, I'm not sure, I don't know about St. Lucia, but I know Barbados and Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
They have a television station or television channel that carries tourism activities on a daily basis. So you can say, you could go to True Blue Bay because they're having a discount or they're having a festival or anything happening.
Having a balcony concert.
God.
Right. Everything is on that channel. And you can get up in the morning and you can look and see, okay, let me look and see what is happening today.
Well, let me put you on the hot seat now. Because you have been around these places for the past 20 years or more. And during your travel, during the time of traveling to these places, when you return back to Jamaica, have you ever gone to anyone and say, I've been to Barbados, Grenada, and St. Lucia, and this is what I see that we as Jamaicans, if we have this in place, we could get more Jamaicans involved in tourism, especially those in the North Coast, East Coast region?
Yeah, man, you talk to people, but is the willingness, because I have been asked to help with sports tourism, but they're not serious. They're not serious. So it's hard. It's a hard sell. The hard sell.
Okay, so what you're saying? So the problems with Jamaican tourism is marketing and promotion, then.
Okay. We have to do. Okay. Jamaicans like to do things the easy way, or what is there, Okay. Then most of the marketing dollars in Jamaica goes to the US. You have a lot of other markets out there that they can spend some time and some money and bring in these people, because they can bring the Europeans, especially in the summer. The Europeans have longer holidays, so they come and stay longer. And it's better for the Jamaican economy, because where the Americans would love the all-inclusive and just lay down in the sand or whatever, the Europeans, them want to go out in the community, go to a bar and drink, go and eat, So the tourism dollar will reach further with that type of tourism. And they go into different areas. They will love Portland and St. Mary and all that, because they don't necessarily need the beach; they need the hills.
And some of them,
they need the culture.
Some of them love to go into the communities. That's something.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But a quick question. But with a situation like that with European tourists, maybe the government is thinking that they can provide a security or safety of them, when they are outside that all-inclusive area. I don't know what to think about it, because given the present crime situation in Jamaica.
Well, the records have shown that we have never and have not had any great amount of violence or whatever against tourists. You know, that is what the records show. And I don't think that's a consideration, a real consideration at all. You know, what we need to do is to have the resolve. Okay, look at a thing like Barbados have a cave, Harrison Cave, which I think they do extremely well with. When you go there, you have to wait hours to get in. How much bigger caves we have and all nice caves and all in Jamaica. And you don't hear the great promotion on them. They're not making the kind of money that they should be making.
Or should it be that the locals them can have to take it up on themselves and start doing something like that? Because I've seen on a couple videos on YouTube where you have people in rural areas are promoting Jamaica for themselves because they're, as we know, because you mentioned it, they're left out and they're in the tourist areas, and some of them are in areas that tourists are seen only on videos, YouTube and things like that. And they book these guys and females and come to Jamaica just to see these spots.
Yeah, that is how she should be. What happened in Jamaica, more than the other islands, is that unfortunately, tourism in Jamaica is now seen as a big man thing. So for a small man to get involved in it's very difficult. I mean, and don't feel comfortable. Because the all-inclusive and all that will take all the clients, which I don't think that is so, and it should not be so. But we just need to do some more work. Let me tell you, I sat down in a committee. I was talking to Frank last about in Portmore, and coaching about Portmore. And we did our work up. One of the most historic sites in Jamaica, based on when the Spanish came, that's where they were, and it was very close to Spanish Town, and that's where the ship docked and whatever. What did we do with it? What did we do with it, Courtney?
Yeah, turn it into a prison.
Please, tell them again.
Yeah, that turned it into a prison out in Port Henderson right there, so.
Oh, the Port Henderson, what them call it, Fort Augustus?
Fort Augustus.
Yes.
Fort Augustus prison, yeah. I heard about that for years in school.
Franco, I have been abroad, not necessarily Caribbean, but elsewhere, where the people them have a little something with a cannon. I don't think I could shoot a baby. And them say it is a fort. And them charge you $10 to go pull up the side and take some pictures. No, we have a thing like that where
we have the real ones.
History of Jamaica,
Yeah.
the history of Jamaica was made. Right? The history of Jamaica was made. And we turn it into a prison. All you need to do is put it a gate with a box, and you collect money and people come in.
Let
You have to do nothing.
me see.
People just come just to stand there and say, yes, this was the entry point. This was the entry point to Jamaica. This is how you get to the seat of government in Spanish Town in Jamaica. Everybody has to pass yourself. Everybody has to stop yourself.
True.
All right.
Let me say something to you. Because
Yeah.
I surf the YouTube a lot since we start doing our podcast on YouTube. And I've been searching channels where a lot of Jamaicans, have their set up their stuff. And I came across a channel with some Jamaicans from in Portland. And I never noticed that Portland has the most caves in Portland. Some of these caves, these guys are taking tourists around to see them. And they are giving you the history of it.
The caves and waterfalls.
Yeah.
Waterfalls,
But it came down to the most caves. And I couldn't believe it. That
and the most,
Portland.
the most waterfalls.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that. But they were just talking about the caves. So Portland have the most caves in Jamaica. And some of these caves, when you see them, and the first thing came to my mind, the Maroons used to run through them. It has to be. You understand me? And
Franco,
that's where I go. That's where I go to find that out.
What is it called Kwao, the invisible hunter? It has been proved, that when the British see him, and the British attack, him just disappear, especially in some waterfalls. But they never know that you have caves behind the waterfalls. So when they're looking in here, in going to the cave and reach some other area.
Yes.
Sitting down, having dinner.
Yeah, because that's true. Because a couple of the videos were showing you a cave that it take you on the other side, which brings me back to when our guest Peter Espute came here, and he was talking about the spot over in Portland. What you call it? Portland. Was it? I can't remember the island where we took the Prime Minister to. And was
Goat Island.
Goat
Island.
That's not Portland.
That's not Portland.
More Clarendon.
Yeah, where he took the Prime Minister to, and he was showing him, said these are things that if you destroy this, your kids and other kids in their generation will never enjoy this or see this. And him himself never even know of the place. So there's a lot of I want to say discoveries, but there's a lot of things that Jamaicans are finding in Jamaica that the government don't even know about, and tourists are seeing them, and it's been placed for us to see it on YouTube. So this is a avenue where revenue can make for these people, because Jamaicans, as I say, don't know about tourism. Which they do know, maybe some of them know, but they're not getting full participation. That's the thing I figure is lacking, the full participation.
Let me tell you, my advantage, Franco. When I was growing up, I got to see a lot of Jamaica.
Likewise,
and after that,
likewise.
I got the opportunity to see a lot of the Caribbean. And I think that is one of the major problems we have, is that I guess because of economics and because of bright lights and whatever, everybody look north first, even before they're looking in Jamaica. At one time, I used to go to somewhere different in Jamaica every weekend, because Jamaica is so nice and beautiful. And the rest of the Caribbean is just as nice and beautiful. But we have to have the will to say, let me go down and let me enjoy.
Discover Jamaica some more.
A lot of embarrassment happen when people are like in North America going to school or working or whatever. And you meet upon some white people and them tell you about, oh, I went to this beautiful cave in Nanny Town in Portland. And you say, yes,
you don't know about it? You don't know about it? He said, no,
I've never been there.
never been there. He said, are you from Jamaica? I
Never
said,
been there.
it's such a small island. You never go there yet.
Yeah,
It's true, it's
Flavius.
true.
We'll
Yeah.
speak a little bit about the lack of promotion of ecotourism because I think Jamaica can make a whole lot of money out of that and increase the economic development. And why is it not promoted or marketed somehow?
All right, back to the Eastern Caribbean. Well, Barbados don't have anything like that, and they know that. You see, you have to know what you have. Like Saint Vincent, Grenada, Saint Lucia, whatever. Especially Saint Lucia, they have their parks, national parks, and they have their all kind of plants and animals and whatever. And they have tours for all of them. They have the rainforest, and people can get tours to go to the rainforest. So,
Okay, sorry. Mm-hmm.
back
Yeah,
now?
yeah, man. Jamaica in itself, as I
Oh,
said, is a cinematographic, island where people
yeah.
from North America and Europe, always make sure so them have a piece of it in some major movies. And a
Yeah.
lot of them we don't even see them or even know so it came out of Jamaica until them do a review.
Mm.
Mm.
But we have another area that is very close to us that will not that we are not that we're not marked at all, which is Latin America.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing any work in Latin America. Let me give you a thing. On my going around different islands in the Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
on many occasions, I meet up with a buck up on people from Barbados, Tourism Authority or Grenada or whatever, working. I've never met up on anybody from Jamaica in these islands doing any work.
Mm-hmm.
And they are all over the world. That's how they do the business. The Caribbean need to understand that a major market is out there. One of the major markets is within the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
We can travel in the Caribbean as long as they get the prices down for air travel. Then the Caribbean people can travel more. The people who are the best of it, is the university students
Oh,
who will
oh.
go to school in Jamaica,
Okay,
or they go
okay.
to school in Barbados, or they go to school in Trinidad. Because they get to travel, they get to mix and mingle with the rest of the Caribbean, and I'm sure there are better people for it. But the ordinary man on the street, he might hear when you talk about he might even hear one of those countries' name called. And that is not good. That is not good. But we have to understand that tourism is a major part of the Caribbean. But at the same time, not because we have everything that is required, can we sit down and say, okay, we don't need anything, the people will just come. What we have to look at is that a lot of other countries are jumping into tourism in a big way now. Everybody's into tourism now. So we have to fight for what we get and who we get. We have the great appeal, we have the history, we have the culture, we have the music, we have the sand all year round, the sand and the sun and the sea. But we need to create new products, improve on the products that we have.
So Flavius, so what you're
Yeah.
saying now that the playmakers in this industry, they rather just go with established stuff rather than try to be innovative and creative in the marketing and promotions.
I
Are you
think
alluding
some
to that
people
factor
are.
or something?
I think people are doing that now. No, some people are doing that. In fact, when I went down to Grenada after Ivan had destroyed them completely, the word on the ground was that everybody was rebuilding, but nobody was rebuilding to where they were. Everybody was rebuilding with enhancements to they gain something from the devastation. And we have to keep doing that. That we try and improve the product.
Mm-hmm.
Every step of the way we improve the product, improve the whole delivery system, how we go about that. And and the next thing I must point out is that I've never been here of people travel to a country for a hotel. People travel for two reasons. People travel for attractions and events.
Yeah.
Those are what get people traveling. You have attractions to go to, and the attraction could be just spending a week in Port Antonio or spending a week on the South Coast. Nobody again travel from Europe just to go to this particular hotel. They come for other reasons. They travel for some fest, then Lucia Jazz, things like that. They travel for events, Trinidad Carnival, and attractions. So we have to have the attractions and the events to bring people here. Some they might travel. They might travel to a particular hotel to get married, but it's actually the event and not necessarily the place.
So you're saying we're lacking events in Jamaica to attract tourists?
Well, the last time I went to a Jamaica Tourist Board seminar and events, one of the argument was that Jamaica only had, I think, 1 or 2 events in the whole country. We don't have any events. Some places we have that now. I might have one more.
We have the carnival in Easter.
No, that's not an event.
It's a carnival event.
I don't.
It's a
No,
week,
it is not.
It's a week. Yeah, it's a week-long event.
It's a week-long event for people who live in a certain area.
People from other countries come to it too as well.
Not any great way. I'm telling you. The tourist board would regard it as a major event. That's all.
So the tourist
It's
board,
not an international
saying
event.
tourist board never named that as one of the events. They're going to name what Sunfest and what else?
I think it's probably thing there now. Where your man name again?
Hi, Rama.
You're a musician. No man, that's right, Rama.
Who you talking?
You're a man name, man. What name now?
Bob Marley event.
Tony
You're a DJ, man. What
Rebel
name?
Salute.
Rebel Salute.
Because
Yeah,
I know
Rebel
that a
Salute,
whole
yeah.
lot of people leave from up here and go Rebel Salute.
Those were only 2 events, Franco. Those were only 2 events. Now, like our event now is becoming an event. So that's the real name. But we have different categories or whatever. But that's an event now. In fact, the tourist board now has created something named Top Events, where you can reach events.
I have to check out the Jamaica Tourist Board website and see what them have as event, because there's no way them can left out the Jamaica Carnival when I know some people from all over travel for that. Between Miami Carnival and the Jamaica Carnival. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people go there, so especially from Canada.
Very few people, Franco. Very few people. Check out the website named Top Events.
No, me I check the
This is where
tourist
they
board
put
event.
No, that is it. That is the tourist board. The name Top Events. They have a whole company now that deals with that events. Top Events. So we are improving. And each of the islands them have their events. All them have a festival, a carnival type thing. Barbados is Crossover, which is a mega event. Of course, Trinidad Carnival is top of the line. St. Lucia have their event. Antigua have their big sailing week. So they are big events, but you need supplementary events. And you need events all year round, because I know people travel at different times. Depends on when it is cold or when it is hot or whatever.
And how long did they tell you this?
What?
Tourist board people about the events where them say them have.
That's about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
the carnival has been. The carnival has been around for a long time, but carnival has never catch on as a Jamaican event. You understand, Franco? Carnival is not natural to Jamaica. You know? Carnival is something that we...
How long Jamaica Carnival been going on?
Long time. Even before Barley brought it back here, there was a smaller carnival that used to happen among friends.
No, but remember that you usually keep carnival long before anything like that. But it only was just there in the college alone.
Yeah, on the college
campus. On the college campus. Yeah.
And why you carnival was always successful is because it's the merger of the mass Caribbean people. Jamaican is the least carnival-centric people in the Caribbean. By far. Far. We don't understand carnival. It's not part of us. Like in Trinidad now, when carnival come in, nobody works, nobody do anything. It's carnival until carnival done. Nothing else is important. And if you go to Toronto, where they have Caravana, it's the same type of thing. These are real carnivals. These are big carnivals.
Yeah, well, I just want to make a little switch because I asked you a question because I remember there was a time in Jamaica that they had marlin fishing, you know, and people used to come from all over and come down. You know, I don't hear anything. I've never heard anything for many years about that anymore. I don't know if you remember those times.
No, man. Yeah, in fact, I spoke to the person in charge of it 2 years ago. No, man, Marlin is still going on. I think it's a little bit smaller than it used to be, but it's still there. You know, I think it's October, November in Portland. Yeah, man. Marlin is still. Hey, Franco.
Yeah.
Franco.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who is a part of the Marlin team now?
Beats me.
I can't believe it.
Beats me.
Mr. Floyd Ives.
Mr. Floyd, who?
You don't know that name?
No, run it by me again. Or enlighten me.
Somebody who you call Ballsy.
Oh, Ballsy.
Yeah, man, it's big night now, man. Every year, in my friends would boat and all that, and them go out.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I'm searching the event calendar and tourist board. I don't see any posts up here.
As I say, I go to top events.
Because all these things are things as you Google it should have come up.
Go to top events, my friend. That's what I'm telling you. So the more big events we have, and the more attraction, people put in all kind of attractions now, so that is getting a lift.
Yeah.
I'm not finding it, so I would check it. Top events. Nothing come up with top events on it. If the website's still active.
Top events. Can we post up on there? Yeah, let me just send it to you. It is there. Can we use it all the while? Well, every year, them want we post things on the kind of the conference and festival post on top events too.
Mm-hmm.
I just send it to you.
You say, if you say top events, Jamaica, you say top events.
Yeah, but I search street. You
No,
search street, it will come up.
it never come up as top events, Jamaica. That's two different things when you type it in if it come up in a dread.
No, but if you go Google and type top event, that's what I just did a while ago. And it came up.
In your phone, because you've been using it all the time.
No, man.
And these
So
are the
this
events where you see them have, that tourist attraction.
Yeah, it is very broad now. Yeah, them
So
can
the Jamaica Carnival, this on it.
Yes, but these are events.
But you were saying the carnival is not an event. Them promote. It's not considered an event, and it's on the site.
No, I'm saying it was not a major event.
Man, we were talking about events in general, whether it's major or it's small for the calendar year.
This thing was created after that seminar, no, not before. What they do now, they allow anybody to apply to be on here. That they never had that before. So if you have a little event, that one person event, you can put it up, and as long as they see that it is authentic, they will let it run. Yeah, something here, rum for breakfast. I mean, there are all kind of events on this now. But these are not major events.
And Bacchanal Jamaica is not a major event in Jamaica?
No. All of these are not major events, man. They're very small events.
Whether it's small or it's big, people still go them. That's what I'm telling you. So these are things that people, because I know people who always go these events. All the one of them called Dream. Dream is an event.
No. Yeah, Dream was the next one that they cited. Yeah, that was the top event. Dream was the top one. Come on, Dream is a huge event. That was the top one that they cited.
Bacchanal is huge.
We just tell you what they said in the Franco. I don't work with them.
Well, they must say something and I post something different. They must tell you something and I post something different.
No, what is happening is that they have put more money into events now and then doing more events now from that time. In fact, that seminar was a seminar that they had with stakeholders so they can improve what they were doing. And this is the improvement.
Well, it's a promotional site anyway for events that happen in Jamaica. It even have reggae month, all of them, yeah, you know?
Everything's on here. Yeah, everything's on here because you are allowed to submit. If it's not on top there in a menu, submit event. You can submit an event. They don't must approve it. In most cases, they would approve it.
So no carnival. Until next year, we see where them have road march. Well, anyway, we come to the time. Time's up for us. So, Courtney, we thank you for your participation this morning.
It's a pleasure to be here with you. I need to
talk to you after the year, Courtney. So, stick around. Don't move. Don't move. Yeah, cause I need for finalize something with you. So, yes, Flavius, so give you your 1 minute.
1 minute is that all I'm going to say is that tourism has been a major part of our development, especially after we start looking after ourselves. Because what do you call them now, foreign powers have more or less depleted most of our resources for themselves. The sugar is basically no more, the banana is no more, all the stuff that they were taking away, taking out of us. So we have to use the natural thing that was provided by the supreme being for us, which is our location, our climate, and our culture, and our creativity. So that's where tourism comes in. And we are doing extremely well with it. But I know that we can do and gain much more from it if we understand that tourism cannot be for the few. It must be for everyone. And that is very, very, very important for us to understand that. And the more people you bring in, is the bigger the pie going to be. And the more guests that we have each year, and the more spread, the bigger spread that we have, that it don't stop at major hotel chains, but the small hotels, the man on the street, and all that. Very, very, very important. Very important that we keep tourism going. We might want to diversify, but that's just bringing in more things. I don't think we should have any idea, any thought of toning down anything in tourism. What we need is more tourism, more people to come so we can survive better. And remember, please, the powers that be, look about a proper Caribbean tourism fund. So any problem we have, there is money. Because tourism is the biggest industry in the world. So let's get our piece of this. Let's put it to proper use.
All right.
And as we are moving on until tomorrow, remember, I started with one word. I am stuck with two words now. Respect and discipline. Just think about those. Go into your dictionary and get the meaning. It's all about respect and discipline. And you have to be disciplined to yourself and your family, and you have to respect your family and your neighbors, people who pass on the street. And by doing that, by looking after your family, keeping your home sterile, then you don't worry about the next man. You do what you have to do. And they do what they have to do. And we should be fine.
Courtney.
Your time, Frank.
Courtney.
Yeah, well, I just like to just read a poem, especially for Slowly Jamaica, that I've written. It says, "The heart of living slowly is to be humble and lowly. Do not strive to be materialistic. Strive to be altruistic. Seek a tranquil environment to enjoy peace and contentment. Find time to relax and meditate with books which educate. Control your temper. Cease from anger. Detach from perversion. Engage in serious introspection. Shut out unnecessary noise. Be classy and poised. Catch the sunrise. Walk slowly in paradise."
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. You understand that to me. That is wicked. Wicked. I love it.
And so,
what say you, Franco?
Yeah, man. It's good. I never know him that poetic. Well, as always, take care of yourself, your loved ones. Always remember, prayer do changes things regardless of what religion you belong to. You must pray. Continue to pray. So this is Franco along with
Flavius
and Courtney. And Courtney, wishing you a pleasant afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
voice makes me weak. All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know I said me if it could flee. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi take away me say. Me I fi hide like a thief in the night. Me I fi get out of sight. Me I fi take away me say. I fi take away me say. I have to utilize I wings. Shorty I clean her eyes. This relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel I like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I breathe. Shorty, I a clean pair of heels. I say, been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a master kiss, who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me, wait to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Stand up on body, girl, let me take me ourselves. Yeah, take me ourselves. Stand up on body, girl, let me take me
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.